Okay, hello everyone. It was PaxSouth last weekend, I should last week for me basically. And I came home, I slept. I wanna give you guys out there a recap on what happened. There will be more video stuff about what I saw there, especially for Gigantic. What I like, just some more in detail stuff about the game, which I can now talk about since I was there. Um, so that'll be pretty sweet. But what this should be is more or less a vlog for me to send out there what I lived, what I um dealt with. God, that sounds so horrible. Um, yeah, just what I expected, what I got, how it was behind it. I really want to do this, so without me starting to ramble, hopefully we'll do all that. I'm looking around on so many monitors because I have some about that. So when did it all start? It started 2 weeks ago. Like we got our flights and all that stuff set up, and Wednesday last week, which was the 21st, actually, 1 week ago. I got on my flight to the other side of the world, San Antonio, Texas. It took me about 6 hours. I nearly didn't catch my flight in Washington. I was really close. TSA took longer than I expected, so I rushed to the gate and I got it, which was nice. And from there, 4 hour flight to like it was 12 hours till I was through everything in Washington, and then 4 hour flight to San Antonio. And I can tell you guys, a little bit scary. Like half across the map for a company that you obviously have talked to. You've Skyped with them, you've talked to them, TeamSpeak and all that jazz. Meeting them in person on the other side of the world is a little bit scary. So that was really kind of weird, to be completely honest. But it worked out just fine. I arrived there, I met Telto, Tinibi, and OMG Firefly. Um, the OMG guys were awesome, by the way. At the airport, we all drove to the hotel, checked in, and that's when we met Ellie Murdoch, Mo Huggles. We went drinking, and I met a lot of the devs. Not all were there yet, like Retrack and Faux. The designers weren't there yet, which was kind of sad, but we met them later, which was freaking awesome. Talking about the game and stuff. But yeah, so we had a blast that night already. Met people like Malkior, Isol, Balto, Genie, Troy, Joe. Um, there were just so many people. I don't actually know anymore there at that party. Tailipo, their intern, freaking awesome dude, by the way. Does PR stuff. Was in one of Kennedy as well, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be. Basically what happened that night is that Greg almost fell, Emma Balto almost fell in the river walk, which was pretty funny. As the security lady came up and was, "If you fall into that's a $500 fine." And he was so sorry. He made like a diving motion to go in there and have a little sketch, and actually slipped and almost fell in there. He hurt himself doing it, but thankfully everything's fine. But it was still pretty darn funny. So that was day one. I was completely busted. It was 2 a.m. in Texas at Central. That is 7 hours away from me. I stood up at 7 a.m. Central European time, which was then something like 9 a.m. for me. So a freaking long day. So I fell into my bed and was like, I'm done. I'm so done. Slept a couple hours. We were meeting at 8 in the morning in the lobby. Needed to do some of the booth setup, theater setup. So we went there. Freaking amazing place. I need to grab my footage at some point. I didn't really got to do so much because I had so much stuff to do all day, all night. But you know, that's completely fine with me. We did that. Huge shout out at that point to Logitech. Your peripherals are freaking awesome. Using a webcam of yours. I don't know. That was just unpackaging, plug it in, works every single time. That was really, really nice. Shout out to Alienware for providing the Cs that we used. Even though your boxes are horrible, please. The design of the boxes, like you need to pull them out and like place them, and to pull them out, everything works fine, but at the end, you need to package them up again. And doing that is horrible. Box design is just, ugh. Don't do this to me. Please, change it. That box design. PCs are awesome. Plug and play, works like a charm. Beasts of machines. Pretty heavy though, which I guess is intended so that people just hit their toes against it at a convention, that they don't break. But yeah, those boxes. So we did the theater first. Had some lunch. Got some games in actually, what was really nice with the devs. And then built the booth, same thing. Both areas had 20 PCs. Got them set up, get the networking done, get the servers done, put mumble on every PC so that people can actually talk with their headsets. So all that jazz happened, and that was fun. It was a little exhausting, but the whole convention was. But it was like the fun part always was there. A lot more people arrived, like OMG I'm drunk. I think they were all there. Pyro arrived, Corrupt arrived, Tame, Lily, Folly, Gas. Who else arrived? Pelican arrived. I think I already said Pyro arrived. There were just tons of people from the community. It was amazing. And at that point, it was already like, we were almost done with everything. So at the end of the day, we went to a Mexican restaurant, which I never had before. Had delicious food. Ate a burrito there. I took off the beans because I wasn't sure how bad these beans would be to my stomach. And you know, running around that on a convention as an exhibitor might or might not be a good idea. So cut those off. We had a blast there as well. Just we were 14, 16 people or what. So that was freaking amazing. And after that, we went back to the convention. I don't actually know why. I think we just wanted to talk or something. Oh yeah, right. They were giving us the introductions on how everything works, what we gotta do, how we handle press, what happens if we have issues, where do we find water, where do we find food during the day. So all that, we talked about it. We talked about the gigantic live Twitter, which was in completely our hands. So none of the devs are on there. It was only the community tweeting vines, videos. We had a Tumblr, we had Instagram. So that was freaking awesome that they had so much confidence in us that we're not gonna wreak havoc on Motiga with that, with all those media channels. And they just said, just be aware of what you're doing and that you are here in the name of Motiga, but have fun with it. This is yours. You woke up, had a nice breakfast, tweet about it. And it went like a blast. Like, we had so many tweets. I didn't get to send out a single one, I'm sorry. I know that corrupted up a whole bunch. Pyro, Basleel, and I don't know. We had 4 winners. Like, there was a little contest about the best content or most content. Who was the 4th winner? As Pyro, Corrupt, and Kennedy. I think it was Kennedy. Not 100% positive though, but I think it was Kennedy. So that happened all weekend long. And we went back, and at that point, actually before that, before we had that talk, we met James Finney, Faaux lead design, lead everything. I don't actually know his complete title, but he's basically lead everything about the game. And we met him, and this dude is freaking awesome. He made so many games in his career, but is so on the ground, super nice. Like we were all like, I don't want to like bother him because he has so much stuff to do. But it's actually him coming to you guys like, hey guys, we need to talk. Um, I want to talk about your about feedback, your gameplay. I have these ideas. Please give me your feedback. And just hearing that from someone that worked on all these games is just blew my mind. So honest. And at that night after the training, we actually sat down and we talked till was it that night? Yeah, it was that. No, that was the next night. But yeah, we sat down. We talked about the panel happening on the next day, a little bit, where we had a 3v3 going on in the background. When they talked about characters design, when they showed off Mozo and Griselma. So that was all freaking fabulous. I personally have to say. So we did all that, and then first day arrived, and God, I was nervous. So I had a lot of firsts. First time flying out to America myself. First time being at a PAX. I was at German conventions before, but I never was at a PAX. First time working a booth of that size. First time handling press overall as well. So that was a lot of first there. So we came back at like 8, setting up all the rest, having some test matches actually on the machines at the show floor. And then at 9 o'clock, the press was let in. And we had another show match just right at the beginning, which was really fun because we all got super excited. And the day went on, and so many people, like all the attendees of the convention, it blew my mind. Like our lines were full half an hour after the doors were opened. Everyone was super interested in the game. I don't know a single person who didn't like the game that I personally coached there. Some had a rough time because they played against a team that then later on played in the tournament we had on Sunday. But they still had their fun moments in there. But it was really humbling, like people coming up to you, talking to you, wanting to know more about the game, where we're from, just being genuinely interested. And we were just talking to all these people and talking to them in the queue and teaching them the game basically, but meeting so many other people as well, like getting the connections. I met I don't know, about 400 streamers. No, it's not that many, but I met like 15-20 streamers, from very small to very big. I met people from press, may it be Logitech. I met people from GameSpot, from IGN, from smaller sites, from 2P, just a whole bunch of people, and that was an amazing experience. Once we were done with the booth, we had the morning shift, so we were released at 1 p.m. We went up and saw that all the lunches were gone, but the veggie stuff, which made us kind of sad. Some people of our team, like Clashpoint, is actually veggie, so they didn't have a problem. But I would have liked to have some meat. But we all were fine. We ate our stuff, and then we had the panel at 2 p.m. 2:30 when it started, something around that. Character design panel with Retrack, Joe, and Bowhammer. We were just playing in the background. That was amazing. Was a lot of fun. Was my first panel ever that more or less was on. I wasn't talking. We were shown a little bit, and our gameplay was shown. So that was going on, and after that we had actually a lot of free time that day. Checking out the convention itself a little bit, getting some merch. We played some card game that I don't know was But all of that happened, and we came to an end. We got to eat somewhere. I'm trying to remember what we were eating. Oh right, we were eating in one of the hotel bars with Huggles, CP and Huggles, because we needed to. Some inside story here. We needed to prep our panel on Saturday, which is the next day. We talked about it in advance, but we didn't really flesh it out, and we had no gameplay to show yet. Because we got to play before, and it wasn't the build at PAX, so we wanted to obviously show the build that we had at PAX and not something different. So we went up back to the theater after dinner, which was like 9-10 p.m. already, and we're working till about midnight to get the footage done and do some stuff on our website as well, which is now live, by the way. Um, that was a fun time though, and there were a couple people there. Um, I don't know what they were doing there, but around 11 p.m. we were missing people to play 5v5s. So Ellie just went out and got some random strangers into the theater with us to play the game, and they had a blast. It was so fun to see, like, you guys want to play a game, and they just came along, and I think for helping out they actually got some swag as well. And that just blew my mind how open these people are in the middle of the night playing a game they've never touched before. Um, Absolutely amazing to see all that happening. And we got all footage and we went to bed again. Next day was a little easier on the hours. 9 a.m. was meeting. Press only has one day where they get early access apparently at PAX, and everyone got in at 10 a.m. So we had our booth again in the morning. It was even crazier. So the booth was like a rectangular shape, and we had two game stations like this, and then our staff box in the middle. And we started at the like from those two game stations like that. Started like lining people back of our booth and coming all the way around to the front again. But we had a counter where people could sign up for alpha, and then we started going back again. We had at some point in the morning, I think it was like 11 a.m. in the morning, they were all the way front in the counter, they were going backwards again. That's like probably like 200-300 people waiting in queue, if not more. That's waiting times of over 4 or 5 hours, and people are like, okay, it's 4 or 5 hours. Like, you're standing here till the end of the day. Like, PAX is over. When you're playing our game, and people are like, sure, they want to check out Gigantic, and it blew my mind. Like, Jesus Christ, guys, that is awesome. Like, people just, I don't even know. So humbled, and people all like had a blast. Like I said, there were a couple people who like I played with who didn't know what WASD controls were, so their movement was a little rough. But even those people like gave him a more easy character, someone with a little more AOE, and they felt contributing to the team. They had a blast, and they want to play more. Like console gamers, our game is not on console. I'm already saying our game. Motiga's game, but that's how intricate that all the stuff was, that we started saying our game. Just caught myself doing that. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, that day went over to lunch. We had our panel, which should be up on YouTube. Let me actually check now. We couldn't stream it, sadly. Unstable connection, and the capture card broke apparently. So no gameplay, which was a pain in the butt. To be completely honest, I don't see it yet. Nope. So we had our competitive gaming panel, all of CP, Clashpoint. That was the point where I was like a little shaky, was a little scared, because first panel, one of the main speakers, were showing gameplay, and we need to watch our tongue to not say anything that the devs want to talk about at a later point in time. But it went like so smooth. It was a really nice panel, at least from the feeling I have. It went really, really nice. We got a little rambly in between, which was fine. We got a lot of questions. People seemed to like it, and Teldo got to show off his trip so badly. And people were like, "You can do that? You can get up there? Oh my god!" It blew their mind what he was pulling off there, and we had a blast. Like, I couldn't stop smiling. So that happened, which was an incredible appearance. And what was even crazier for me is Motiga went ahead and helped us promote our website, clashpoint.net, and they were like, "Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you guys want to do, what you guys want to achieve." They retweeted it, they posted it, and our site blew up. It went really slow. Looking back at the logs of the server, it didn't actually crash. You, Troy. It was just really slow, and people are having fun with it with our skill builder. And I even got contacted by some other people who want to get us all the skill upgrades that are currently available to the public, like everything we saw at PAX basically, so that we can put those in so that you guys can start theory crafting a lot more with us. So that'll be super duper fun to have all that stuff going on. After that, we had some more press stuff. I recorded the footage for GameSpot while James and Chris Waters was the dude from GameSpot. Nice guy. They talked about it while I was playing, so that was very humbling. Like, we need a good vote in, and they came up to me. So really cool. And like, we came back, we checked out the Reddit by now, and that was really funny. In the comments of that video, I'm trying to find it right now. But what basically happened is he was saying that Voden is broken, and he is a little strong right now, but he's not as broken as he looks in that gameplay footage. So I got an achievement unlocked. I made a character look broken. Really cool stuff to see people say that. So that was freaking fantastic. And after a really long day, we went into the party at the night where we met even more people. All the community was there. It blew my mind. I was a little drunk, maybe a little more than I thought. But everything went completely smoothly. Someone spilled my beer. I'm sad now, but they were like hitting on top of my beer like that, and it was all foamy. Silly you, and you know who I'm speaking. So that happened, and I'm rambling right now, so I want to move on a little quicker. Party was really nice though. A lot of, like, we had giveaways, like a bunch of Logitech gear, a bunch of signed artworks, and people actually came up to me and asked me, "Hey, can you sign that?" And that blew my mind. I never had something like that happen before, ever. So another first, and I need to work on my signature. It looks like a piece of shit. I have to be completely honest, it looks like shit. But they still wanted it, so it was really cool. And the same night, someone wanted to take a picture with me. Random stranger I met when I was getting some fresh air. It blew my mind. Never happened before. Hopefully it will happen again, because it just feels absolutely incredible. I don't know why it feels that way, but wow, just really wow. Sunday was the tournament then. That was really cool as well. To be, actually no, I wanna add something to Saturday. So we had the party. We went to some bars, but we wanted to get in. We didn't really get in, or the bar was kind of with all the communities. coaches and staff members from Motiga. So what we ended up doing is sitting in a hotel room, which was at some point ended by the police. We might or might, like hotel police, we might or might not have been a little too loud. That night, I probably had the longest talk I ever had to someone being a lead designer on a game. So we talked to Retrack and Finny, Faaux till like 3 a.m. in the morning. And just they asking us stuff, we're asking them stuff, getting some like picking their brain. Like if you have people like that and all the designers, you gotta pick their brains, like honestly. So that blew my mind, and it was a really cool experience to do that. I was super tired next morning though because of it. I had like came home to the hotel at like I said about 3 a.m. ish. Couldn't go to sleep because my mind was still going. So I fell asleep at like 4 or 5, woke up at 7:30, and then went over to the convention. So that was a really short night. But that day was the tournament, and you probably can still hear it. My voice is not okay. I lost my voice so badly that day because we were shoutcasting it. We had over 16 teams sign up. A couple didn't show up, so some people got through the first round. Was really nicely handled by Huggles at that point. So we just let them pass, and we managed, like one team had to go, so we managed to let them play first, and they actually won. So they were like, okay, we're staying actually, and like cancel whatever they had to do. So that was super dope to see, and there was coaching going on like all day in the theater and the press stuff. That was like a room that was split in half, and we opened it up to have 20 machines to play on. And everyone was just so nice in there. A lot of talk about Gigantic. People came up, hey, you play Voden, right? Can you teach me Voden? I need to play it in the tournament. And so we coached people. I know that Teldo coached Charmed Mermaids, the team. Malkior coached Team Tiny. Surprisingly, no one coached Team Nimbus, who actually won at the end. Because in the room was all the team members and their coach. I'm getting an Alienware PC or a desktop or a notebook out there. Like they can choose between those two. And the coach will get one as well. And the team one who didn't have a coach, which is completely fine because there is no stress now between us. Like no one actually won more than the other person, which is freaking amazing. So that was really fun. And we started casting at the round of 8, which was still best of 1. And we went into the semi-finals, and we had a match, Team Tiny versus Charmed Mermaids, and I'm still waiting for the VOD to go up there. People who watch the stream might have heard that, because Gasmask and I, we were going ham with our voices. It was best of 3, and it was the only game that went to 3 matches. And like the first 2 both ended with a trip stealing energy to finish the game twice. It blew my mind, and the games were so freaking close, and you could see like Malkior and Telzo on the other side. They were just standing there and trying to coach the hell out of their team. Go there, like go into the cave and steal energy, and they were so energized as well, just behind them, coaching them, trying to help them out and giving them some strategies on the fly. That was freaking amazing. And there is a Vine out there where, like, the final scene when one of the teams won, and you just see, I don't want to spoil it right now, but you see one of the coaches, the one's like, yes! And the other one's like, oh. Going down a little bit because they just lost. But it was all fun. All the teams had a blast. So that was really cool. And they went on to the finals. Nimbus won at the end, and Troy dropped another bomb that all of Team Nimbus will be flown out to PAX East. And that's an Alienware PC and a trip to PAX East for free. And that just blew my mind. It's a first off tournament, the first tournament ever. And I was like, Alienware PCs are expensive. So that's a huge price, but just if you go through your mind, and like check how much money that actually is. 5 Alienware PCs, 5 tickets to Boston, 5 hotels for at least 4 days. Wow. So, Motiga, honestly, you guys rock that. I still can't really believe it. And yeah, so day was sadly over at some point. We took everything down, and the feels are coming up already. Alienware boxes were a pain, but we managed. So everything was broken down. All the posters and wallpapers, like them all down, getting rid of the machines, taking the recordings off the PCs for VODs, panels, and all that stuff. And we all went to a Motiga and coaches dinner. Actually, a couple teams joined us. There is one team, whole female team. I think Alpha Bitches. I might or might not have mixed that name up though. Huge shout out to you guys. You guys were freaking awesome. I'm only saying that we drank a lot of Midori sours at the Facebook group by now because I hate them. It's just funny. So that happened. We had a blast drinking together, having fun together. But it came all down to the end. We had to say goodbye to a lot of people. And I'm on the other side of the planet. Sad. What happened though on a more positive note? We were all like done with the bar, and we're like going out a little bit, catching some fresh air, and we all went to the Alamo. There's actually a video up on one of the Facebooks, I think. Find that where we were dancing at the Alamo. Like just Motiga staff and community coaches dancing at the Alamo morning, 2 a.m. in the morning, and we almost got kicked out by the police, which was pretty fun. Again, we just had a blast, went back, and we said goodbye to a lot of people. And next thing I know is I'm at the airport, meeting a lot more people, some Twitch streamers, saying goodbye for the last time, and then flying home, and that was about it. But what I can tell you guys is, if you ever get the chance, go to either PAX East or PAX Prime. I think Motiga will be at PAX Prime because it's in their city. Guys, do it. Meet these people. They are so awesome. They are super humble. Really nice people in general. And I can honestly say, I was scared meeting so many people. But now I would do it every time I could. These people were absolutely fantastic. Every single one, even the community coaches. Normally you have at least one person in there, in like a group of 40, 50 people that you don't really like. I didn't find one. It blew my mind how incredible this group of people was. And I made tons of friends there, so thank you guys so much. Hopefully I'm going to PAX East to do that again, because that was absolutely amazing. And let me just add a video or only a picture. I only found a picture of Dance Off at the Alamo, posted by Aaron Mo Brownie, the video guy. I sadly didn't talk to you too much because he had so much stuff to do, like cutting stuff live, getting B-roll footage for the stream for you guys. So that happened. But yeah, that was it. I'm home now again, working on the page, working on more content for you guys. I hope you watched through all of that. It was a little bit of a ramble, but thank you so much for watching. Check out all the stuffs. My Twitter, @CPFox, clashpoint.net. All the other people from Clashpoint. Go to the Reddit, /r/gigantic. Go to the IRC. where you can chat with Balto, Moola. Just go there, be part of the community. They're all so awesome, so open. You can find the IRC. I forgot the channel name. Just go to ggunleashed.com. Another gigantic fan site, and they have an IRC tab. So just use that to hop in. And yeah, guys, I hope you could share some of the freaking feelings here and some of my experiences. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you hopefully some more videos. Have a good time.